So another track from scratch video. Today we will experiment a bit with the Freq Split or Freq Split frequency splitter. And also today we'll have a limit of 30 minutes. So let me start the clock. And what I have here for now is just a polymer, right? Just with a sine wave, nothing too amazing. Going to the frequency splitter here. Let me maybe, you know what, maybe just add some folding to it just so we can have something a bit more interesting going to the Freq Split. And you can see we have for now 16 beds. I can lower this, change this, and we can process the different bands. Of course, this is a spectral effect. It's not like having bandpass filters, or it's maybe it's similar, but not really. If I solo just the first band. Right, maybe already we can add some movement here, but you know what, let's first of all, maybe I will take all of the other ones down, just so I can add them slowly, and for each of them we can process, right, so this is quite cool. So what I will do, I thought about this already, I will use the filter plus, which has this movement in the stereo field. But let's say that this one will be, let's say a dotted eighth. Sorry, I'm with a bit of a cold. I will have to edit all these coughings. Like this chord, or maybe this chord. Right, so this will be the first one, maybe with some delay, let's say. Yeah, maybe stereo, why not? Or you know what, not this delay, let's add the delay 2, or I will add the delay 2 because it has also detuning. Right, and then the second one, if I bring this in, maybe this one I will solo for a second. Right, and again, I will modulate this a bit later, but if I add also here, let's say, is it this one? Yes. Here, the filter plus. But then the first one was dotted eighth. Let's say that here it will be just an eighth. Or maybe not an eighth, maybe a quarter. Right, so now we have also two different rhythms, which is also quite interesting. And also here I can add maybe the delay 2 just for a bit of detuning also. Maybe some reverb. And now, this is quite cool. I'm not changing the notes at all. In fact, let's also program these notes. Right, what was it? Let's see. We have here D, D, F, B flat, and C. Right? So now I'm not touching anymore. Right? Bit of noise. And now I can start adding here maybe, shall we do this with the X and Y and then modulate the X and Y for what? I want something repetitive. I would like to have something repetitive. So let's see. Let's try with the steps. Let's try one axis with the steps. Maybe I will change to 16th note. Maybe it will be a bit more rhythmic and maybe bipolar also. Something like this, and right, maybe with a bit of smoothing. And why go with 16 steps? Let's go with 10 steps. And then have another steps, why not? With again bipolar, and maybe with 14 steps, so twice, we have twice 5, 10, and twice 7, 14. You know what? Maybe not with 16 steps. Maybe with eighth notes. And then maybe in the post effects I will add another filter, just so I can control the... No need for modulation, just so I can control the... control the presence of it a bit. It's not always there. Maybe a bit of heat. And then a tool to take it down a bit. Right, so it's not too loud. I like this. I like this a lot. Yes, this is very cool. Let's see if we can add... Let's see what happens with a nice bass. Maybe this will be like the chord or whatever. Let's use a polysynth. This will be chord. Let's see what happens with a nice bass drone, right? What we always like. Let's see. No, just a second. Let's see. Oh, maybe G. And maybe instead of a drone, actually, let's have this a bit rhythmic. I don't know, I have something else in my head now. So let's go with, let's say, 15 steps and use the repeats. Maybe just a second, I will just add here on the project here, I will add a macro for this, just so I have more control over the filter here. Let's call this Chord filter. Okay, and now we said 15 steps. Right, something like this. Maybe a bit of... No, maybe I will leave the filter all the way up. Let's use the maximum mixing. Add. I just want to create something a bit more. Right, just a bit more complex here. And maybe now I will add this frequency. Yeah, the second voice, and it's still not 10 minutes. That's nice. Oh my god, I can add so many. Let's add some movement here to the spin, random movement to the spin, smooth, bipolar, slowly. Right, doesn't matter when we listen to all of them. But let's start processing things here. So let's add, for example, maybe a huge reverb that we can process. Maybe turn this instead of a reverb. Have this More of a delay. And then maybe some distortion. Or some, maybe again with the filter plus without the filter, but just because it's easier. Or maybe with the filter, you know what? Maybe every 3 bars. And already what I will do is I will group this just to have the sub bass, right? This beautiful preset that I use all the time. Just with the sine and the AR. Just to have some sort of sub bass. I need a bit more loudness here. Yes, okay. What happens here? I think the sub is a bit too loud here. Opalach. Okay. Let's see what we can do here with the second. Maybe convolution. Delay. Maybe mix of the delay all the way up and cut the lows a bit. Let's go with the third band here. Pitch shifter. Oh, yeah. So what I like to do is I like to use a few pitch shifter. It's not that I like it, but I just discovered it recently. If I use one to try to take it down an octave and then up an octave, or never mind, there's a certain number. I think an octave works best, but then you get a sort of granular effect. Oh my god, this sounds nice. Maybe some randomness here. Very slow. Right, again without. This is the original sound. And this is with the Freq Split. Quite cool. And let's do here, maybe on the last one, maybe we can do something a bit more interesting and then modulate the panning and volume. Not interesting, I meant something a bit more extreme maybe. Maybe here, but just a pitch shifter to go up. Oh, I like this pitch shifter. And then maybe, what do I have not in the favorites? Maybe a chorus. And then maybe a comp filter. Is there not a new comp filter? Comp plus or something? No, right, there's just this comp filter. Or is it? Multiband, phaser. There should be... ring modulator. There should be something new. No, okay, so let's go with the comp filter, which is also basically a delay. Can I tune this? Yes, I can. Right, maybe I can add here also some movement. With the steps, 16th notes, maybe 5 steps. Just the first step will be up. Something is clicking. This one here. Okay. And then, first of all, I will modulate randomly the panning. Let me solo this. Right, and then also maybe with another steps, and you know what, let's leave it like this, the volume. Right, maybe here another one. Opalach maybe 2, okay. Here just a 1 maybe. And then maybe here 2. Right, just to gate this. Maybe, you know what? No. Let's leave this at quarter note, let's say. Okay, now it's way too loud. Let's go with the post effects. I will add another filter plus and another tool. Wow. Something is definitely... Maybe here, you know what, maybe here I can just take everything like 6 dB down. And also this one here, 40, let's say. Right, just so it's not breaking up. And another macro. This one will be for what? Let's say bass filter. And actually, you know, instead of the filter plus, no, you know what? Let's leave it with the filter plus, but before it I will add also another filter, a high pass filter. Let's say at around, I don't know, 150. Because we have this sub, the sub from before, some delay. And maybe a reverb here, dedicated reverb. I mean, I can just continue adding stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens now with the kick. Maybe the V9. Maybe 7 steps, I don't know. Let's see, let's start with something a bit less, right, a bit less punchy, but of course with a delay. A bit of ducking. Something like this, and of course, as always, audio sidechain with a kick. Let's see, let's go. The chord, just to add movement, it's more than making space. I like this movement of the ducking, of this breathing. I don't know, I like it. Here there is something. Yeah. Right, maybe a bit less. A bit darker everything maybe. And I will add also an open hat just for rhythm. Let's see. Yeah. I use the V1 because it has also an attack. So I can create really like an open hat. It's all the rhythms here are a bit weird, but something like this, and maybe we can add here a few more notes, maybe every 4 actually, and here maybe every 8. Right, and this one can be with less velocity, of course. Right, and also here. And maybe with the kick itself, if I add steps, right, and we have, what did we say? We have 7 steps. Yeah. And then what I can do is I can take the decay a bit down, right? Just on these steps. Why is it not working? Maybe also the punch less. Why is it not? Ah, yeah. Click. Right. Shape up. Compressor up, just on these 2 steps. Very cool. Let's see. Let's have another polymer with a melody. I don't know. Oh. Let's have this 4 bars long. It's too high. And of course also this will send to the frequency split. We have 5 more minutes. Copy this. Just a second, let me see this for a second. Okay. Okay, and then F. And then this goes down to B. Wait a second. Okay, and this is going here. So we have twice the first one. All of them will have next action of play next. The last one will have a last action of play first. For now, it's just a sequence. The sound is not... We didn't work on the sound at all. Make this monophonic. And maybe with some glide. Let's see. No glide. Frequency split. Okay. Let's already at the end, I will add a filter. Just so it's not always in our face, because I want to change this actually to the swarm. Right? And maybe add a steady sine wave. Or a square, just to have something here working. This is the width, okay. Okay, let's have two random modulations, smooth random modulations, bipolar ones for this. Of course, slower. Here maybe even slower. So slow. Right? Oh, and maybe here also we can also modulate this. We have 2 more minutes, I have to make this work. Right, the number of splits here. Then here, let's see. Maybe again here we can add a pitch shifter. Maybe to go down and just leave it like this with lots of delay. Then here maybe we can have again a nice reverb. Where is it? And after the reverb maybe something like a phaser or something like this. Do I have here a phaser? No. Like to give it, oh, this is nice, to give it more movement. Phaser plus. Right? I like this. And then here maybe a filter plus with a rhythm. Maybe 16th. Then here maybe more frequency shifters, maybe up, and maybe another one down, but maybe another one up again, just because I want this an octave up, but right, it gives this a nice effect with more reverb. Take it it down a bit, sidechain it. Call this line. Oh, stop. That's it. That's it. Those were 30 minutes. Oh, no. Okay, it's fun. I think this frequency splitter is quite fun. I mean, of course, there are more things you can try with it. Maybe you can put a frequency frequency shifter also, but a frequency splitter inside the frequency splitter inside the frequency splitter until your CPU explodes. But never mind, that was it for today. It was fun. Thank you again for watching. Cheers.